Have you ever seen that TV show called Hoarders? About crazy people who collect stuff, keep stuff around, fill their houses with junk, just all kinds of junk that they refuse to get rid of. Well, I'm not quite that bad, but I do tend to be something of a pack rat. And I tend to accumulate junk. I have some junk here today that I don't know why I have. I have this old picture. I never use it. I hold on to it because I think, well, it's a nice, good picture. I might need it one day. I have here an old toaster. Who uses these kind of toasters anymore? I haven't used this in years, but it's a good toaster, and you can't just throw away a good toaster. Here I have an old dictionary, a dictionary from 1990 that doesn't even have the cover on it. Why do I have this thing? And then I have old baskets, wicker baskets. Somebody gave me a gift in these baskets, and because it was a gift, ooh, you can't throw it away. It's valuable. You've got to hold on to it. It has sentimental value. This is all junk. Junk that has junked up my life that I need to get rid of. And one thing I've discovered is that when you start collecting material junk, then you start to collect mental junk. Then your head gets filled with stuff that is not valuable, stuff you don't need, stuff that gets in the way of having good thoughts, of having a good life. So today is the day I am clearing out the junk, not just the physical junk, but the junk up here. Letting go of the junk in our life can be hard. For some odd reason, we've come to value this stuff, both the material junk and the mental junk, the emotional junk, the psychological junk, feelings that we hold on to, memories that we hold on to, sometimes grudges, sometimes anger and sadness that we hold on to, that we refuse to get rid of, even though we know it is useless junk. Somehow it has some kind of value attached to it that we have decided is important, and we've decided that we need it, when really we need to get rid of it. What I have discovered in my own life is that if I get to the point where I'm willing to throw away the material junk, the stuff that I've collected in my life that I think is important but really isn't, and just take it and actually throw it in the trash can, then it somehow frees me up mentally to start getting rid of the mental junk, the psychological junk, the emotional junk, the memories that I don't need to keep clinging to, the bad feelings that I don't need to keep bringing up and going over, the mistakes that I don't need to keep rehashing, the resentments, the disappointments. All of that junk that I need to get out of my head, I can finally throw away if I get into the mood, the practice of throwing away material junk. So today, I am cleaning out my mind as I clean out my closets and my pantries. I am getting rid of junk. I am willing to bet that we all have some junk in our lives, both a little bit of material and a little bit of mental, psychological junk. There's stuff that we hold on to in our hearts and in our minds that really doesn't need to be there. It gets in the way of having peace. It gets in the way of having good relationships. It gets in the way of our relationship with God. Because too often, when we cling to what we consider to be important, stuff that is really junk, then it makes no room for the love and the peace that God wants to give us. So, if you're not feeling peaceful, if you're not feeling happy, if you're unrested all the time, if you're anxious all the time, maybe you need to look around you. Look at the junk that is both material, and look inside you at the junk you have in your head. I believe that once you start clearing away the junk, both the material and the mental, get all of that junk out of your head, then you will be able to find a new peace, a new joy that you have not known before. Because once all that space is available, once all that junk is gone, then God will be able to fill that space with His love and His peace. And that will make your life so much better. Peace.